Happy March 16th. This is Queen City Real Estate Today, and I am Ann Rudd with eXp Realty and owner of the Ann Rudd Group. And today, on the lovely gray Monday morning, I want to talk to you about what's going on in the real estate market and how the news is affecting what's going on in our business and affecting our real estate market, our real estate values, and anything that's associated with the real estate business here in the Charlotte metro region, in the Queen City. So first things first, we had a lot of news going on over the weekend. We have had our apparently fourth case of COVID-19 in Mecklenburg County. Nothing seems to be exploding yet, so that's really great. I'm so happy for that, and I'm happy that they're quarantining these folks. Mecklenburg County has called for a state of emergency. And basically, the biggest gist of what I can gather from that is that they are going to have distance meetings, nothing in person, but that does not mean that anything is closing down. The Register of Deeds is still working. I don't know if you know this, but our Register of Deeds electronically records. So you don't have to physically go down, take your deed down there to somebody that puts a stamp on it, who then puts it into the computer. It's all done mostly distance anyway, but it is electronically recorded in Mecklenburg County. So I am not gonna think about what happens if the Register of Deed closes. In school news, our schools are closed. Mecklenburg County is closed for 2 weeks. South Carolina schools, actually North Carolina schools are closed for 2 weeks. South Carolina schools are closed through through March. And then I guess we'll figure out what's going on. Mecklenburg County had actually moved their spring break forward to accommodate the kids being out of school earlier. Now that the governor has ordered all schools to be closed for 2 weeks, Mecklenburg County may actually move their spring break back. So we may see the kids out of school another week because of spring break. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but that's what's happening. So my drive to work this morning was very, very quiet, and I enjoy that. But that is our new normal, is dealing with kids out of school. I have a meme. I might put this on Facebook because it makes me laugh a little bit. It's a picture of Oprah that says, "You were homeschooling, and you were homeschooling, and you were homeschooling." So yes, we are all homeschoolers right now. I have a 17-year-old daughter who is at home today. She better be working on her school projects because her teachers are still working and continuing to give assignments. All right, so let's talk about real estate numbers a little bit. So I'm going to talk about Friday numbers first, only because they are more important than Saturday and Sundays, because there is no recordation, no closings that happen on Saturday and Sunday. So bear with me. We'll get to Saturday and Sunday numbers in a minute. Okay, so in Mecklenburg County, for Friday, we had 180 houses listed, which is very healthy. And most of our we have more homes listed on Thursdays and Fridays than any other days of the week. So that does not surprise me. We had 167 go under contract on Friday, that's a very healthy number. 102 of them closed on Friday. There was one expired and 14 that went that were withdrawn, either temporarily withdrawn or just flat out withdrawn. Now, the average list price for homes listed on Friday was $393.567, so $393.5. The highest price home was $2.798 million. The average close price was $321,614. And average sale market was 54. Now, these numbers are single family homes and condos that are in the counties that I'm pulling from, as I said last week: Mecklenburg, Cabarrus, Union, Gaston, York, and Lancaster. Now, there are other counties that surround our metro region, but this is the kind of the bullseye. And those are the numbers that I want, that I will always pull from. Now, if you're interested in what's going on in your county or your city or your neighborhood, feel free to reach out to me, and I will pull those numbers for you so you have a better idea of what's happening in your, targeted local area. So, average list price $393, that's very healthy. Average close price $321, that seems to be a bit above the average sales price for our area right now, which is great. Average day on market is about the same as what we've been looking at, 54. We've been looking somewhere in the 40s to 50s. Now, for March 14th and March 15th, this is interesting, and I don't know yet if it's just weekend numbers or if it has to do with the COVID-19. So, on Saturday, 88 houses were listed. On Sunday, 47 were listed. On Saturday, 130 went under contract, and the same number, just about 131 went under contract on Sunday. So there are lots of showings, there's negotiations going on, and of course there were no closings. Now, Saturday, the average list price was $379,000. And on Sunday, the average list price was $353. There's always going to be a bit of a range there, depending on the types of houses and the value of homes that are listed. But we will continue to watch what happens over the course of the next week with listings. That's going to be very telling with what's going on in our real estate market and how things are slowing down. Now, I hope that we don't have a slowdown. I expect a slowdown. There's too much uncertainty out there right now, and most of us as human beings don't do well with uncertainty, and I guarantee you the real estate market hates uncertainty, as does the stock market and everything else. So I would expect for folks that do not need to sell, like it's not imperative they sell right now, I would begin to expect to see more houses expiring and not coming back on the market or being withdrawn. I would expect to maybe see homes sitting on the market a little bit longer, but we'll just have to wait and see. All of this is a waiting game for every single one of us. I will recommend this to you. If you need to sell, or if you're in a position right now where it's time to buy, I would not stop what I'm doing. Our market is still pretty healthy. We have, I get Zillow calls every day. I get people that call every day about properties, want to see homes, want to list homes. I sold a house over the weekend, a listing of mine that'd been on the market a little while. So things are continuing to be active. And if you need to sell, I would not be afraid of it. Biggest advice I can give you right now is if you have to sell your home, my advice is no different than it was 3 weeks ago or last year. You want your home to show as good as you possibly can. But put your home's best foot forward in the marketplace. I don't care what price point you're in, where you are located. Homes that look great, that are photographed beautifully and show well in person are the first homes to sell. So make sure that if you have an agent that shows up to take photos with their cell phone, you might want to have a conversation with them. Photographers are not that expensive now. I'm not qualified to take photos. You don't want me taking pictures. So I have someone else that does that. So just make sure that, maybe take that extra step and hire a stager. Do the things that you need to do to get your home looking beautiful. So when people do come in and take a look at it, and you may have fewer people in your home, but the ones that come in, you really want to, wow them with your home. So that's just my advice. Now, on a similar note, if you are purchasing a home, I got an email from my home inspector over the weekend, and he is asking the agents that use him to encourage their buyers to not come to the home inspection. Not because there's anything to hide, but because they want to try to keep their home inspectors healthy so that they are they're a gear in the wheel of a real estate transaction. And if all of our home inspectors are sick, we've got a problem. So my home inspector does a great job of calling the client after the home inspection and talking through every part of that home inspection. They make great notes. They also have a conversation with me about what's going on so I can convey it as well. And I would encourage you, if you are in a purchase situation, don't go to that home inspection, but rely on your realtor, rely on your home inspector to relay to you the situation of the home, the condition of it. And I'm sure they're going to be taking more photos and taking many more notes to make sure that you have the information you need. But if there are things that we can do to distance ourselves from each other so that we can stay healthy, that's certainly important to all of us right now. So that's really what's going on. I don't think that anything crazy is happening right now in the Mecklenburg area, other than just nobody knows what's happening. And this is a new normal for us. And our new normal is going to take some time to sort of adjust to. I know there are many of us that have to go to work every day. There are many of us that don't. And if you can work from home and distance yourself, I encourage you to do so. I'm talking to my team about things we can do if we are showing homes. I have a box under my desk right now that has shoe covers and masks and hand sanitizer and Lysol and all the things that we need to kind of keep our footprint in a home to a minimum. And if I have to show houses, I plan to arm myself as well as my clients with all of those things to keep any germs to a minimum and impact a home lightly when we enter it. So if you have any questions about the Queen City real estate market, if you're thinking about buying or selling and need someone to help you with advice so that you can make the best decision for your family, I'd love to talk to you. You can call me or text me at 704-617-0847 or catch me on the web at annruddgroup.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope that every single one of you stays safe and healthy, and just let me know if I can be of any help or answer any questions for you. Have a great Monday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.